Battle Meditation, the Force ability that if used correctly could make its user unstoppable in galactic conquest. The Force ability that Grand Admiral Thrawn would have likely mastered and primarily used had he been born Force sensitive. So what was Battle Meditation? Battle Meditation was an ancient and rare Force power that was mastered by a handful of Jedi and Sith, which gave them the ability to strengthen their allies while also effectively weakening their enemies. When used at its full potential, it could turn the tide of entire battles and even wars. The Jedi used the less influential light side version of Battle Meditation. The Jedi who used it were able to empower their soldiers' morale and strength tenfold, giving them a vital edge in battle, even if they were outnumbered and outgunned. Those who have fully mastered it were also able to make entire enemy armies surrender and retreat by penetrating into the enemy soldiers' minds through the Force and strike fear into them, as well as remove their motivation to fight on. One famous user of this ability was Jedi Master Yoda, who used it during the Battle of Kashyyyk by empowering the clone troopers and Wookiee warriors to fight against the overwhelming droid forces. Prior to his use of Battle Meditation, many clone commanders believed the battle was a suicide mission as they were impossibly outnumbered. But then Yoda arrived and started to use Battle Meditation and guided his troops through the Force, to which the clones started to believe and fight as if they had a winning chance. On the other hand, the Sith used the far more dominating dark side version of Battle Meditation. This was also sometimes referred to as Sith Battle Meditation. It gave its user almost direct control over his troops by allowing him to coordinate them through the Force without having to give out commands through traditional means. Sith Battle Meditation was at times used so effectively that the Sith Lord's troopers fought as if they themselves were Force sensitive, in the sense that their reflexes, speed, and strength almost matched that of a trained Force user. It also allowed them to coordinate their troops as if they were a hive mind, having the soldiers take out targets exactly how and when the commander wanted them to. Though there was a drawback to this ability, and it was that if the Sith Battle Meditation was abruptly cut off, it would leave the affected army stunned and disorganized for a short period. This is what happened at the Battle of Endor, in which Emperor Palpatine used Battle Meditation for most of the conflict, alongside with the Force-sensitive Grand Admiral named Neil Declan, who took over the duty of maintaining Battle Meditation while Palpatine was busy with Luke Skywalker. When Palpatine was killed by Darth Vader, and Declan was killed when the second Death Star exploded, all of the affected Imperial soldiers and commanders were abruptly disconnected from their empowered state. As a result, they became discoordinated, and the fear of losing began to overwhelm their minds. Which is why the Imperial Navy at Endor retreated, rather than fight on, despite outnumbering and outgunning the rebel fleet. This was the conclusion Thrawn came to after he analyzed the Battle of Endor and how the Imperial fleet lost despite having an advantage in firepower. Thanks for watching this episode of The Lore Master. Be sure to subscribe for more Star Wars lore videos like these in the future, and may the Force be with you.